Hey everyone, what is going on? As you may have heard, or maybe you don't know yet, according to the devs, they have decided to cancel Chinese New Year or just forego doing the Chinese New Year event or Lunar New Year, whichever one you want to call it. I have no idea why. Apparently, the Valentine's Day is going to be the next big event. And I wanted to talk about one, why the importance of the importance of having the Chinese New Year event. First of all, in most mobile games, I've talked about this before. You have some kind of rhythm or an expectation from players that there's big holidays. Usually, there's big events, and it's not just because people want those events to spend money sometimes, but there's also the expectation of kind of a give back from the developers back to the community, and pulling out significant holidays where people are expecting to get a ton of resources and maybe a bunch of other free items, as well as cheaper items in shops to pick up for a reasonable amount. And that's typically what a lot of people look for. So it's very unfortunate that they canceled it, and a lot of people again are frustrated. The devs just continue to do things that are against what everybody either thinks is going to happen, or we tell them one thing but then they still go the opposite direction. And this just feels like another one of those things. We're hoping to have a good holiday event, and then they just decide to just cancel it altogether. So before everybody starts saying, well, maybe they didn't have the hiring power, they couldn't bring on developers to design holiday events. I mean, it's a holiday event. At the end of the day, you just essentially take what they had done previously, add it back to the game. You're just going to change names, change skins, that sort of thing. So you're not going to be, it's not going to take a ton of work. If they're going to completely redo it, well, then that'd be something else. Why is this guy hitting my trucks? And that guy took all of them. That's cool. Yeah, I just don't understand why they canceled it. It's such a significant event, especially for mobile gaming. It's usually seen as one of the best events. That part just doesn't make sense, and it's not like it would have been difficult to do, and it's not like they didn't have the money. If you look it up, there are some that estimate that Last War made $1 billion last year, close to $1 billion. That's a lot of money, a ton of money. I mean, granted, you got to pay taxes, you got to pay staff, whatever staff they had, but to pull in $1 billion, and even if you only keep, say, even 20% of that, that's $200 million. You could certainly help get people on the team to make things happen, to get these events out and give back to the community. You don't have to be so stingy about these events or giving back. And I just, they throw us a bone every once in a while. They'll give us some little goodies, maybe some diamonds. Yay, wow, diamonds. But what people want are really going to be like the Overlord supply chest and just Overlord items, especially if you're in like season 3 or after post season 2. I mean, that's like one of the biggest items right now. Everybody wants this stuff, but they're so hard to get, and they make you pay for them, or you have to get lucky and get these out of the this truck right here. So you gotta get lucky and get it out of the armor truck, or like I've been looking for is gear. I need mythic. I need legendary prints. I'm not out here spending tens of thousands of dollars upgrading all of my gear to mythic. I'm just kind of doing things and getting things as they come, and slowly making progress on my mythic stuff. But there's been almost no events to pick up mythic prints in some time. I don't know. I was just very disappointed when I heard that. Maybe if they were going to make Valentine's Day a really big event in lieu of Valentine's Day, or sorry, instead of Chinese New Year. So they make Valentine's Day the really big event. But even then, it's like, why not just put like a small event like they had for regular, like the normal New Year's. They did a small event for that. There was tons of freebie stuff, a bunch of different goodies, and it's still quite a bit of stuff you had to buy. But there were the races, and you could get those chests. And if you rolled good on those chests, you could get the selection chests, which I don't have any of at the moment. But you could pick like drone components and things like that. So those were pretty good items. People like those items. They help because it's hard to get drone component chests, especially 5-star or level 5, without coming in. Oops, that's the wrong button there. Without going into the weekly deal and buying this right here for $50, this pack. So I don't know too many people that just want to jump up every day and buy a $50 pack. While you could make a ton of progress buying this every week, spend $300 is very expensive. But if you're early on in the game, you can get a ton of progress. You can make some really good level 7 components. I don't know. It's really nice when they do give decoration items for free in some of those events. I forgot which one. I got one of the decoration items for free out of the New Year's event. So that's pretty cool. Level 1 decoration items, they don't have, like this one, for instance. Yeah, it looks great, but it's only plus 300 attack. You're going to have to upgrade this thing to, let's see here, level 3. You're going to get 1.5% crit damage. So that's where the real money is, because 300 attack, cool. But they want you then to want to get to level 3, get the crit damage, and get the 1,000 hero and overlord attack. So that's how they hook you. They want you to get these little decorations, and then once you have them, then you want to upgrade them. So, but going back to this, I've been playing for 13 months now, and the fact that I only have 3 mythic items, one of which was built or technically bought. I bought it in one of the holiday events. I bought some of the mythics in a couple different holiday events and happened to build it. So only 2 of these were free, and then I'll get one from the bullet event here in about a week or so. So it's not like they have to be super stingy with these. They're so hard to get, and you need so many of them. Like, just look at all the weapons. Granted, some of these are on players that I don't even use, but just how many pieces of gear you need to upgrade to mythic. And heaven forbid they give you 5 for free or something like that, or give you a ton of legendary prints for free. I mean, it would just be devastating to their $1 billion revenue that they made last year. I don't know, it's just extremely disappointing. I wish they would have done better. The devs just continue to disappoint us in these events. I really hope they would prove us wrong, and I even mentioned it in the video that I made that I wanted them to prove us wrong with the current trend with holiday events and how they were cutting back on what was available and how much stuff you could actually buy in the shops. And there wasn't much like middle ground. There was either kind of like an all or nothing event, especially Christmas, where you either had to buy like the base skin or you got a couple decoration chests or items to upgrade your decorations. And like that was it. It was pretty basic. And the fact that they just wanted you to spend $400 and or nothing was really annoying. I hated how they did that. And I feel like I have to say, sorry to some people, because I know I was excited. I think a lot of people were excited about Chinese New Year rolling around. We were hoping it was going to be a big event. And then to find out that they pulled the rug out from under us and said, no, it's not happening this year. We're just going to focus on Valentine's Day. So I'll try to be optimistic, hold out for Valentine's Day, hope it's a decent event. It's not just a real bare bones event like it was last year. Last year, it was a very minimal event. There was, some decent stuff in there, but there wasn't a base skin or anything. There was just so there was this effect here, the petals that fell down, and then you had this nameplate right here, which gave you 1,000 HP. So they really didn't have a ton in that event. It's very, very, very minimal. So before we bring out the pitchforks, I think we'll wait and see what they do with Valentine's Day, because that is only about 2 weeks away now. So we'll see what they do with that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good one. I'll catch you next time.